Welcome to Canterville Chase. I am Mrs. Omni.
Yes. Well, all right, everybody. Come on, let's go inside. You know, if you can't hear this, I actually have
Not now, honey.
Wow. What a barn.
It's even bigger than the palazzo. We could have 200 just in here.
Kind of gloomy, isn't it?
'Tis the custom never to light the lamps before 8 o'clock, summer or winter.
What kind of a flapdoodle notion is that?
Beg pardon, sir.
I can tell you haven't had the benefits of modern technology here, Mrs. Omni. But with Paragon products, you will very soon be saying goodbye to domestic drudgery. There. It's better already.
Very good, sir. Will you take tea at once, ma'am?
Coffee with cream for Mr. Otis. Chocolate for me. Lemonade for the children.
Tea is laid, ma'am, and there are no servants in the house but me. They won't stay here after nightfall.
That is most inconvenient. Surely you were expecting us.
'Tis the custom, ma'am. No one has slept here since the Dowager Duchess passed away so horrible. So I took the liberty of booking rooms for you at the Canterville Inn.
24 bedrooms and staying in hotel? I don't think so. Prepare our rooms at once.
The beds is aired. Right you all, ma'am. I'll be back in the morning, if you're still here.
Oh. Do be careful, boys. You almost hit an antique. Good night, honey.
Good night, Mother. Daddy.
Sleep well, Jenny.
Hello? Two. Go on.
We are talking a very extensive renovation program here.
A dinner party to introduce ourselves, then a ball for Virginia's coming out.
The plumbing is unbelievable.
Drapes will have to go, naturally.
You know what? We'll have ourselves electric lighting, same as Buckingham Palace.
And as for the domestics, well, a new housekeeper for sure. Real French chef, girl for my hair.
You're not in the least bit amusing. That is it. I have had it with you.
Honey, wake up. Hi. How do you do? Lucretia Otis, née Tapman. Well, really, that is too bad.
Hey, you there! Hey, come back!
Daddy!
excuse me, are you deaf?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you wet.
Those chains need oiling. Have you ever heard of Paragon lubricant? I always have a can handy.
Has he gone? Oh, darn.
Well, we got the place on account of the atmosphere.
Listen. I can still hear him.
Little beggars. I'll freeze their blood. I'll drive them mad. Ah, barking mad already. Paragon oil, I ask you. I am mentioned in 14 histories of the supernatural. I have appeared before royalty. Damn colonials. What do they want? Some vulgar freak show? The first night, too, and not one of them even had the grace to faint. And as for these monstrous children, tee-hee, tee-hee, yuck!
Did you sleep well, miss?
Not at all. You didn't tell us about the ghost.
'Tis not the custom to speak of such things.
There's too much custom and not enough practicality in this house. Take special care of these genuine Etruscan vases. They are utterly unique and priceless, and I wish to have them prominently displayed. Jenny, honey, don't dawdle. Those metal lobsters will have to go.
Oh, if only I'd had my photographic plates prepared. It could have been such a sensation.
I must have him at my first at-home. That'd be something.
Mother, he's a spirit. You can't just bring him on as entertainment.
Darling, you can still play for us as well.
Here it is.
Breakfast is served in the library, ma'am.
In their breakfast room?
Luncheon is served in the breakfast room. Supper in the dining room. 'Tis the custom, ma'am.
Is that so? There's a very ugly stain on the floor there, Mrs. Umney.
Blood. It's been there 300 years. Nothing will get it out.
Ah, now this sounds like a case for Paragon detergent. Now, the virtues of this product are easy application, instant action, and no unpleasant, lingering odors. Now, if I just wipe this away. Oh! How about that, huh? As good as new.
We can't have a fainter. Remember Isabella in Venice? Fell in the canal with all my jewelry.
Now, don't you worry, honey. We'll take the breakages out of her pay.
Is that the time? Cook will be wanting me. Good morning to you, sir, ma'am.
I don't think you should have done that, Daddy. It was part of the house.
Dry blood is very unhygienic, honey.
It's so unattractive.
Hello there. Cheshire. How do you do?
Pardon?
You must be Miss Otis. Henry Cheshire. I'm your next-door neighbour, Riva Castle. May I ask if you're going to Canterville Fair tonight?
Oh, I saw the preparations. What is it?
It's not really a fair as such. More of a dance, I'd say. Everyone from around about goes.
Well, if it's a party, you can depend on my mother.
Splendid. The village always likes it if the big houses go. Well, until later, Miss Otis.
Careful.
I'll take him now.
Good boy. Oh. Hello. Can I help you? Then maybe you can help me. I guess I'm lost. Can you show me the way? Oh, wait, please. Please. What a sad place.
Lady Mildred. Lady Mildred.
I think you're confusing me with someone else. I'm Virginia. Virginia Otis, we just bought the house.
Been waiting for you. A long time.
What do you mean?
Keeping it nice.
Is this your garden?
Tom? Tom?
Oh, there's no need to be afraid. I can keep a secret.
Now let's clear the floor and the gentry can show us how it's done. Mrs. Otis, please.
How long do you reckon on this American lot then, eh?
In 3 weeks. 10 bob on it.
3 days more like it.
Stop it, you two. You'll get splinters. Get out. Come on. Get out.
Might I have the honor of this dance?
Hello, Mr. Cheshire.
Miss Otis? I hope you didn't think me rude earlier, Miss Otis. Awfully difficult to get the form right in a chance encounter, don't you think? Good evening, Vicar. Mrs. Pettifer.
Good evening, Your Grace.
Your Grace? Are you a prince?
No, that would be Your Highness.
Oh.
I'm just a duke. Please, call me Cheshire. All my friends do.
Then I certainly will.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Partners, please, for the servants' polka.
Oh, this looks fun. Shall we?
No, one doesn't, you know.
Doesn't what? Oh, you don't have the steps? Well, it doesn't look too hard.
No, really, it wouldn't be, Will you take a glass of punch, Miss Otis?
No. No, thank you. I want to dance. Tom. You know how this goes, don't you? I don't know what to do.
Your Grace, whatever shall we do?
It's Mrs. Umney, isn't it? You'll have to remind me how it goes.
Ooh.
Canterville Fair.
Milady, will you take me hand for the galliard? Please yourself, Trollop.
So what exactly are we celebrating?
The fair's been held for centuries. It's the custom.
Would you like to try things another way once in a while?
Not really. Things seem rather nice as they are.
Oh, nice, I grant you, but I feel as if I can't breathe.
The air is peculiarly soft around here. It's known as the Veil of Sleep.
Well, don't you just want to wake everyone up sometimes?
I fear the place is too deep in my blood, Miss Otis, for me to want to change it. My ancestors in the Cantervilles have been laid to rest in this earth for hundreds of years.
And that's your ambition? To die here? Aren't you a little young?
Yes, you're right. Absurdly morbid. Please forgive me.
Can I ask you a personal question? Are you really rich?
Rich? No. Poor as a church mouse, actually. Well, it's all tied up in land and so on.
Well, that's what I thought. I mean, rich people don't have furniture that's falling to pieces, do they?
I suppose not.
Oh.
May I fetch your wrap?
Thank you. It is rather cold.
I hope they didn't frighten you.
No. No, I'm fine, thank you. That's pretty.
Here. An old English damask rose. What?
Even the flowers are old.
Almost midnight. Time to get ready, my dear. Who shall I wear? Dumb Daniel the Suicide. Too gloomy. Mad Martin the Monster from Maidstone. Too many straps. Ah, how about this? Gaunt Gideon the Ghoul. Never fails. The true artist always takes the measure of his audience. In other words, my dear old rat, one doesn't cast pearls before swine. Don't say a word. I'll see to them tomorrow. Oh, I got you this. I bet you thought I'd forgotten. Oh, Mildred. I still... Oh, what's the use?
That's the east wing, miss. Not been open for years. You don't want to go in there.
Mrs. Umney? Won't you tell me about the ghost?
Begging your pardon, miss, but I must get on. Your mother's invited half the county for dinner.
Mrs. Umney. Mrs. Umney. There's so many strange things here, I just want to understand.
Lady Mildred. Lady Mildred.
Hello?
Tom Carter, have you no work to do? Get along with you. The lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Oh, but I do. All right, then. Just tell me who Lady Mildred is. Tom spoke of her in the garden. Does she live here?
She did. Long time ago.
Did you know her?
Oh, Lord love you, no. I'm not that old.
I'm sorry. But this is my home now. I just want to be part of it.
Very well, then. I'll tell you, since you're so keen to know. Much good may it do you. Lady Mildred was murdered. That's her blood at the foot of the stairs. It's back again this morning, by the way.
Oh, dear. Daddy will be upset. He hates it when his products don't work.
That blood's been there for 300 years. Sir Simon de Canterville, Lady Mildred's husband, had a terrible temper, and he took and threw her down the stairs. She was found stone dead in a pool of blood.
Oh, my. And what became of him?
He was walled in alive by Lady Mildred's vengeful brothers.
But wasn't it a crime of passion?
Sir Simon never did repent, even as the last brick went in. A curse was on his head for his pride and anger. And now, every night when the clock strikes 12, he returns to the scene of his wickedness.
Oh, that's horrible.
I did warn you.
But what about Tom? Well, why does he keep calling him the lady?
Well, there's a legend, you see, that says that the ghost may be relieved of his eternal punishment only by a pure young maid.
Mrs. Omna, there you are.
Ma'am.
Where is Mr. Otis's sarsaparilla tonic? The maid could not find it anywhere, and Mr. Otis must have it on his breakfast tray.
Perhaps the ghost took it. Mrs. Umney was just telling me that...
Was she? And I thought you looked down upon gossip, Virginia. Where is that tonic?
I wouldn't like to say, ma'am.
Well, see it don't happen again. I want everything to be perfect tonight. And Virginia, don't hang about with the domestics. They have work to do.
Miss, can you get some glasses?
My dear lady, my very dear lady, what a remarkable meal. The swans in aspic were unforgettable. And as for the decor, you've absolutely transformed the place, what?
Why, thank you, Lord Dumbledon. Just a few touches. Drapes and so on. Trifles picked up on our travels.
Ah, yeah, dear old Gambetto. It's very amusing. Yes. Do you know, he told me he sometimes sells them 2 at a time to imbecile tourists. Yes, genuino, unico, all that tosh.
Indeed. But this one is from his private collection.
Oh, yes. Yes, the least said, the better. Absolute discretion. Now, do tell me, have you seen Sir Simon?
Sir Simon, was he at Ascot?
Oh, yes, very good, Dilly. Yes, very good. Now, I was referring, of course, to our famous Canterville ghost.
Of course. Well, I am rather hoping he might put in an appearance. The children find him very amusing. Don't you, darlings?
Amusing? That's very original of you, madam. Wonderfully modern. You cross him at your peril, madam. My grandfather, old Sir Redvers, he wagered he would spend a night with your ghost. Carried out the next morning, bereft of speech and movement, his hair shock white, died a fortnight later, utterly mad.
A long lifeline. It's good. And romance? Well, you're quiet, but you hide strong feelings.
You can't really see all of this, can you?
Shh. Don't disturb the reading. Oh, no. Oh, my.
What? What is it?
Well, this line here, it's wealth. That will never do.
Really? Why not?
Well, my mother considers a man with money and a title quite unnatural. She feels very strongly on the subject.
And do you share her feelings, Miss Otis?
Oh, I don't care much for money, Lord Cheshire. In my experience, it attracts all the wrong kinds of people.
Yes, well, it's certainly nicer not to want it.
That is exactly it. I'm so glad you understand. I knew you would.
Ah, how sweet.
My dear friends, Mr. Otis and I are so happy to welcome you all to our new home in your lovely little country. Tonight, I am delighted to announce we have a most exciting entertainment for you. The speciality de la maison.
Enchanté! Quite incredible. Amateur theatricals after dinner. Appalling lapse of taste.
Mother, do you want me to play now?
A perfectly obvious fake.
Well, it's not as easy as that, Lucy.
It's him or me. That easy enough.
Now, I understand, honey. Just we have to make some kind of plan.
I got a plan. I'm gonna kill him.
He's a ghost. He's already dead.
Not dead enough.
Honey, it's his house. I don't know what we can do.
Then I'm gonna find somebody who does.
The house with the ghost?
Service entrance is round the back.
I am Madame Muriel.
Madame Muriel, thank you for coming at such short notice.
I dropped everything to be here with you, mon cher madame. Your handwriting, it spoke of the spiritual crises. And we know how sensitive you are in these matters.
This is my husband, Hiram P. Otis. You might not remember him. He didn't have an aura.
Enchanté, monsieur. Oh, I am feeling an energy, monsieur. You too have the aspect spirituel, I think.
Do you think so?
Not so much as madame, naturellement.
No disrespect, ma'am, but it's the ghost you're here for. This is the fella. Sir Simon de Canterville, deceased 1584.
He looked much worse than this last night. I'll show you the Great Hall. I know you want to start right away.
Yes, very good. But perhaps a cup of tea beforehand? The journey was very hard. Maybe a piece of toast. A madeleine or a custard tart. A few little muffins or profiteroles. Whatever.
Sir.
Touchez pas! Only I must touch him. After my little repast, we will talk, mon cher. Domenai, c'est la vie. Oh, je pèse ici pour comme elle foire.
What is that smell?
Incense and patchouli, my own special mixture. I have a few packets spare if you would like to buy.
Oh, no, thank you. What's it for?
The garlic will restrain his wanderings. The incense will make him more amiable, more friendly to my wishes. Pro bono di facto flagranti. Alors, mademoiselle, it is time to summon your family.
All of them? Even the twins?
Oh, yes. Les enfants are often the cause of the disturbance.
That sounds like the twins.
Domenai, c'est la vie.
Well, at least this witch, or whatever she is, shows they're taking me seriously. About time, too. Cheers. You should have been there last night, my dear. It was such fun. Yes, well, perhaps not quite your cup of tea. Simple and elegant. You always liked this one. Fear not, my reputation will be restored by this night's work. Wish me luck, old thing.
Come, great channeler. Fill me with thy power. Come into me. Mama! Mama! Where are you? Come, my child. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Bring me the captain. Shiver me timbers. What do you want with me? We call you to talk with the troublesome spirit. Call him up then. I'm ready. Come out, you blackguard, wherever you are. Captain Jim wants a word with you, or he'll take you down to Davy Jones' locker.
Ooh, I am scared. You'll have to do better than that, dearie.
No one must talk while I channel.
But, Madame...
Silence!
Amazing!
How does she do that?
Get out of here, you little bleeders! Excusez-moi. That was Mary, the barmaid. She forget herself in company. You must prepare yourself for astonishment. I feel it is very close. I can touch him. It is so near.
Go on, then. I dare you.
How did you do that?
Wouldn't you like to know?
No. Get off!
Now say it with me. I am a fraud and a charlatan.
How dare you insult me with your shabby jokes?
If you had been lingering among the undead for 300 years, madam, you might allow yourself a little amusement now and then. Oh, don't start that infernal noise again. And you can have your foul-smelling onions back as well.
You're all in on it, aren't you? You're trying to hoodwink me, aren't you, eh? I've seen every trick in the book.
Oh, dear me, an absolute gutter snipe.
You want to watch who you go calling names, matey? I've been checking up on you. You're a bit of a faker yourself, ain't you? Poncing around in fancy dress all the time. Didn't even have the bottle to do the missus.
How dare you speak of her?
Bit of a Barney. Lost your rag, whoopsie down the apples and pears. Reckon you got lucky there.
Wretched harridan, now stop your whim.
Stop it! Let her go at once. Shame on you! You wicked man. Hasn't 300 years taught you that hurting people is wrong?
How I loathe Sunday school morality. Do give it up. It quite spoils your profile.
Well, I may have been to Sunday school, but I'm sure I never learnt morality. And I've been to Paris.
But you were tremendously brave, Miss Otis. He didn't hurt you.
No. No, he didn't touch me. It was talking about his wife that upset him. I guess he just needs handling right. Like the twins.
Even so, I don't think you should take chances like that.
Oh, I like taking chances. Don't you?
I can't say that I do much.
Oh.
I'm afraid we must seem very dull and provincial to you after all your travels.
Oh, no. Not at all. It's very peaceful here.
When I did the tour, I couldn't wait to get home. There's a kindness to this valley. Like rain in a desert. It sounds absurd, I know.
No. No, you're right. Do you think the ghost will be here forever?
I suppose so. I mean, he is the Canterville ghost after all.
But to go on being a ghost, long after all your friends are dead, how lonely he must be.
He could always visit the Reaver ghosts. We've got a weeping nun. Though, come to think of it, she doesn't sound much fun.
I don't think he can leave the house. No one's ever seen him outside, not even in the gardens. He seems sort of lost and restless to me. Do you think he's happy?
Happy? A happy ghost? You do ask the funniest questions.
Why does the water have to act so impossibly in this country?
Don't drip on the Arbison, honey. What do you think they're talking about?
Who?
Oh, Ginny and her young fella. I seem to recall that subject is not the point of these conversations.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have to speak to him.
Why? She seems to be doing just fine.
How can you take this so calmly?
Honey, we have been trawling the old world for a year looking for a husband. I've gotten used to the idea, and I think he's a very nice young boy.
Much too nice. It isn't natural to be so pleasant. He hasn't got any character. If 33 people die, our little Duke of Cheshire becomes the next King of England. Doesn't that disturb your Republican principles?
Well, Ginny seems to like him.
There's more. His personal fortune is vast. Virginia's prospects are just chicken feed alongside of his. Is that what you want for your little girl?
If you put it that way,
Well, just don't you let him get you on your own.
Honey, I don't think it's me he's interested in.
Hiram.
Oh, you mean a proposal?
One terrible mistake and you're punished forever. The poor ghost. You know, if I had committed such a crime...
Impossible.
But if I had, I want to make up for it. To be forgiven? He must be a tortured soul.
I'd always understood Canterville was rather a cad, actually. Whereas you have the heart of an angel. Sweet and kind and inexpressibly lovely. Virginia, there's something I must ask you.
Hello, Tom. How are you?
Milady?
The garden's looking lovely.
You too, milady.
Thank you, Carter. That'll do. You know, it doesn't do to be too familiar with the servants.
I love it that he calls me milady. It sounds so romantic.
It upsets the natural order of things, you see. Remember the fair. That kind of thing is just as embarrassing for the servants as it is for us.
I didn't know that was embarrassing.
Well, exactly. A young lady with your prospects has to be awfully careful. Not be too, you know, free and easy.
And do you concern yourself with my prospects, Lord Cheshire?
By Jove, you are something, Miss Otis. I do, actually. Care about your prospects, your future, very much.
Well, thank you for your frankness. But then that's all anyone ever really thinks about me. I mean, I hardly exist compared to my glittering prospects.
Miss Otis, I didn't mean to offend you. Did I go too far?
I'm not offended, Lord Cheshire. I'm disappointed. I thought you were different from all the rest. That you cared for a person and not just an heiress. Well, thank you kindly, but I don't need a title to be myself.
Miss Otis, Virginia, whatever I've done, please forgive me.
How can I? It's not your fault. You're like one of those antique chairs my mother keeps buying. This great wooden lump that needs a ton of restoration and is no use at all. You'll be shipped back to Ohio so everyone can say, my, didn't Ginny do well? A genuine duke, and how much did he cost? Well, I don't want any part of it, so you can just forget my prospects.
Virginia, please, don't go.
And you can stop sending me those stupid roses.
Roses? What roses? Virginia, please.
Little monsters won't catch me this time. Over here, you nincompoop. Oh, you clumsy idiot. At last.
Hold it right there. Just one more.
Hiram, dear, you know, folk don't like to have that picture taken in the mail tonight.
Why?
Oh, never mind. I got him.
Honey, I have decided to take a modern approach with our ectoplasmic house guest. When I'm in town, I am going to find us a scientist.
Very well, dear, but you know scientists have no conversation.
Well, maybe that's the future.
Maybe we'll all stand around watching moving pictures like that kinematoscope. There won't be any conversation.
Really, Hiram? Whatever are you talking about?
Goodbye, Daddy. Have a good day in town.
Bye-bye, honey.
Was that for me?
No, ma'am. Lord Cheshire's compliments, Miss Virginia. A mighty have a minute of your time. Oh, what shall I say, miss?
Please tell him I'm not at home, Mrs. Umney.
Tread lightly, she is near under the snow. Speak gently, she can hear the daisies grow. All her bright golden hair tarnished with rust. She that was young and fair fallen to dust. Lily-like, white as snow, she hardly knew she was a woman so sweetly she
Hi, honey, I'm home.
Hiram Otis, what have you done?
Isn't this great? This is Mr. Davenport. My wife, Mrs. Otis.
Frank Davenport, Frank by name, Frank by nature. There's a lot more to carry in, Mr. Otis.
Right.
How long is he staying?
He's explained the whole thing to me. It's something to do with electrical impulses. Very complicated.
Mind your backs, you two. No time for chit-chat.
Excuse me. Hiram?
He's very keen. He'd like to get started right away.
Best start in the girls' room, Mr. Otis. Sounds the likeliest place.
Yeah, right.
My nerves are frayed, Mildred. Utterly frayed. Dashed near lost my head last night. Why can't they just leave me alone? The trouble is, they have no sense of history, these people. No poetry. Except the girl. Rather like you, actually. When you were just a slip of a thing. I must say, this catsup stuff is first rate. Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I forget how squeamish you are. I think I must be coming down with something. I keep getting this horrid buzzing in my head. Ooh. There it goes again.
Ah, you can come in, but don't touch anything.
Thank you so much. What are you doing?
Regulate the rogue energy field.
Regulate.
Aye.
You're going to regulate the ghost.
Aye. Stick to the facts and they'll not let you down. That's what I always say. Ghosts come out of ignorance and superstition, you see.
Is that so?
What stands to reason? No more random energy, no more ghost. Now, I'd like you to go to bed at the normal time. You know, keep the conditions steady.
And if I won't?
Well, I expect I'll manage somehow. Now, lads, do you know anything about electricity? Now, hold these. Oh, and now, whatever you do, don't put them together. Good, lads. That was a fairly straightforward experiment, that one.
trap.
Darn dears are playing up again.
Go away. It's a trap.
A rat? Where? Ah, the rat. What's this?
Don't touch it. It's going to regulate you.
I'm as regular as clockwork. Stick to the facts, Frank. 5 minutes past 12. Right. The energy level variations. It's a typical ghost-like hallucination. Typical what? How dare you? That's right. 6 minutes past 12. Right. Increasing the power.
What are you doing?
I'm destroying the hallucination.
Destroy? But you can't. You might hurt him.
Impossible. The energy level's completely insensitive. There's no more feeling in that than a block of wood.
What cheek! A little thoughtless sometimes, I love you.
Turn off your machine at once.
Impossible, not in the middle of my experiment.
Then I will.
No, don't you touch that. Don't you touch that. Unhand the lady. Wait. Let her. Ah, that seemed to him, the dirty rat.
Well, thank goodness he's still alive.
Oh, never mind. It can't be helped.
On guard!
Davenport.
Ha-ha! Take that!
Oh, you did your bit as well. Fighting spirit a Canterville could be proud of. I said you were too good for that cheddar fellow.
His name is Cheshire.
Cheshire, Wensleydale. Makes no difference now, eh?
Mr. Davenport was right. You are as unfeeling as a block of wood. Now just go away and leave me alone.
Morning, Mr. Otis. Mrs. Otis. They're from the hothouse at Riva. I hope they aren't too much.
Oh, God dang it. They grew by the porch when I was a girl.
Makes a nice change from all those cotton fields, I expect.
How can I help you, Lord Cheshire?
Is Miss Virginia at home?
She had a rather disturbed night. I'll tell her you called. Good day. Virginia? Virginia, dear? It breaks a mother's heart to see her little girl so unhappy. What is it? Is it that young Duke? Did he send you all these roses?
There's one on my pillow every evening.
Not exactly original.
I thought it was lovely.
Of course you did, darling. Anyway, he would have never done. There is no more ridiculous attachment than that of an heiress and a rich man.
But he's not rich. He's as poor as a church mouse.
Is that so? And your father shines shoes on 42nd Street. Lord Cheshire is one of the wealthiest landowners in Europe.
He doesn't want my money.
That's right. He could never have appreciated you.
Oh, but Mother, he does appreciate me, and I just didn't see it before. Oh, I've been such a fool.
No, dear. Take it from me. The secret of a happy marriage is selfishness. The poor girl needs money. The rich boy needs class. The heiress needs a title. But your Duke, he's got it all, so why should he need you?
You just don't understand.
On the contrary, I know what I'm talking about. Look at your father and me. Now, aren't we perfectly happy?
But you didn't want for anything. The Tapmans were one of the finest families in the South.
None finer. Just let me explain, though. After the Civil War, your Grandma Tapman ate boot leather. On more than one occasion, she was that near starving. When I met your father, I had 42 cents to my very fine name.
You married him for the money?
Good many Yankees came south in those days. Carpetbaggers, profiteers, they were not very highly regarded. Grandma said we should take back whatever we could from them. But Hiram Otis never seemed that way to me. One night, I was invited to a dance, and your father came along as my beau. I patched up one of Grandma's dresses. I looked mighty fine. A real Southern belle.
Well,
I could tell by his face he was serious. And I knew right away I could not go along with the lie. I emptied my purse onto the table and told him that was all I had. He stood up from that table, drew himself up real tall. I never will forget the look on his face. Thank God for those 42 cents, he said. For now, I have something to offer you, and he went right down on his knee and asked me to marry him.
that is so romantic.
Romantic nothing. There's a heap more to marriage than holding hands in the moonlight. You see, darling, we each had something the other wanted. That's the secret of happiness. Now, your Duke is perfectly happy already,
Mother,
so...
how can you say that? We're in love.
Now, there you go, confusing the issue again. I just want you to see things more clearly, Virginia.
I do see more clearly, Mother.
Very good. Then you will forget all about that young man.
Milady?
You can call me Virginia, you know. Tom, I want you to do something for me. Take this letter
To his lordship, milady. Yes, milady.
Are you all right?
Now I am. When you sent back my card, my heart lay in shreds.
Did? I'm sorry. I thought you were a fortune hunter. But now I know you like me for myself.
Absolutely. Virginia, will you?
Oh, yes, I will. No, I can't. Mother says I'm to forget you.
Well, I wouldn't want you to disobey your mother on my account.
No, I guess not.
But if you're going to forget me, I'd like something to remember you by.
Me too.
Your mother? Why?
You're too rich. She wants someone to appreciate the Otis dollar as much as she did.
I've got it. I'll give up Reva.
I won't let you.
Then there's only one thing for it. We must elope.
Elope? Oh, yes, indeed, yes. Yes.
There's no time to lose. Meet me at midnight.
Lady Mildred's garden. No one goes there.
Perfect. Until tonight, my darling.
When darkness blossoms into light, and love keeps it.
Vigil in the night. When maid walks in the house of doom, and true tears defy the tomb, then shall all the chase be still, and peace come to Canterville.
It's beautiful.
She's wanting your help.
Tom, I'd like to help whatever it is, but I can't. I'm going away.
Nothing too showy. Humble, humble, humble. Miss Virginia, a small token of my esteem. A token of my great esteem. Oh. Not this. Millie, old girl, can't help thinking back. Dash sweet filly you were. You were much more fun in real life, you know. Wretched painter fellow didn't do you justice, mooning about the place for months, gawping at you. Never once made you laugh. Not like I could. Ah, that laugh of yours. Sweet and bright and clear. Sunlight on water.
Can I help you, sir?
I was summoned. Lead me to the horror.
I beg your pardon?
The sweet stink of corruption. It's the perfume of the charnel house.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have an appointment?
Do you inquire my business, ye who dwell in the house of iniquity?
Honey? I've come to fight the unspeakable evil in this house.
There's nothing unspeakable here, unless you mean the umbrella stand.
And plumbing, honey. You don't know anything about plumbing, do you, Mr.
Dampier. I am the Reverend Augustus Dampier.
Oh, that's a good name for a plumber. Excuse me, who did you say sent you, Mr. Damper?
I do the bidding of the Almighty.
Well, it was me, sir. I knew you were set on getting rid of the ghost, so I thought I'd better do it proper.
Where'd you find him? Chamber of Horrors?
The Bishop of Whipsnade's butler said Mr. Dampier was the top man for the job.
Does he sing here?
You wanted to get rid of the ghost in the first place.
Harold, we can't lose. It's got to be better than that wailing every night.
The evil is palpable. Like the Gadarene swine, once the spirits have started to emerge, there's no holding them back. At Castle Beecham last month, I drove out 43.
Beecham, isn't that the place that burnt down?
In their rage, they tore down the very fabric of the house before they were dispersed.
Oh, lords.
We are not insured against acts of God here. Spirit of the house, hearken to me. I shall call thee by the names of demons, so you know I have power to command ye. Astaroth and Baal, Gog and Magog, come forth with all thy evil train and bow down before me. My voice is mighty as the thunder.
Oh, be quiet. Why can't you leave me alone?
cast into the fiery pit for 1,000 years and 10,000 years more. Go away. I was here first. I abjure thee. Come out from thy malodorous dwelling place, for the mark of the beast is upon thee. Enough!
What in the heck you think you're doing? That is a totally unique piece of art you're melting.
Idolater and liemonger, come forth! The hour of thy undoing is at hand! Babylon, thy sins are scarlet! Show thyself!
I'll teach you to bandy insults with me. I'll give you blasted Babylon!
Well, hello there. You have summoned me, O great one. What is thy pleasure?
Begone, foul fiend!
I do hate name-calling, don't you? Can't we be friends?
Abomination!
Please.
Sewer of filth!
Now!
Jezebel!
First names at last. Augustus. Oh, darling. Bye. You will come back soon. Oh, thank you, boy.
Watch out!
The look on his face.
And the look on his face.
Now listen here, all of you. This has got to stop.
Wasn't us, darling?
Not just tonight. The whole business, you have to let him be.
Ginny, he started it.
You have never appreciated him.
Ginny, this fella's no good. He pushed his wife down the stairs.
Can't you tell he's in pain?
He's a ghost, Virginia. He is not real.
His feelings are real. This whole house is just full of his sadness. He's all twisted up with anger and longing. Oh, how would you understand? People in love do crazy things.
Virginia, Otis, whatever are you talking about?
Ginny, are you all right?
Mother, Daddy, please just listen to me. If I can't be here anymore, then I want you to let him alone for my sake. Can you do that?
Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mildred, I can't take much more of this. I'm sorry, my dear. Oh, Mildred, our bower of bliss. I remember that first golden summer as if it were yesterday, sitting beside you in the shade of the tree, hand in hand, hearts singing. Had I died that hour, I died happy. When the barren boughs shall bear, oh, Mildred, could it be?
Virginia, where are you, my darling?
Virginia?
Virginia. Wake up, sleepyhead. Virginia.
Cheshire! What the heck?
Please. It's not how it seems.
The hell it isn't. Where's Virginia?
I only wish I knew.
My lord, what's happened? Dear mother, I've taken 42 cents and the clothes I'm wearing. Don't be sad. I love you all, Virginia.
What does that mean?
We were planning to elope.
You what?
Where am I? Oh my. It's so cold.
It's the damp. Frightful, isn't it?
Why am I here?
Why? You are here to lift the curse.
Curse. What do you mean? Where's Lord Cheshire?
What's he got to do with it?
I was supposed to meet him in the garden. I gotta get back before he starts to worry.
You were in the garden to meet Cheshire?
Well, of course. We're eloping.
Eloping? But the tree, shining, when darkness blossoms into light. How do you account for that?
It was strange. All those candles. I thought the same about the poem. That's what you meant. The curse, it's about you.
Of course it's about me. And you, the maiden. Well, I mean, there you were in the garden with the blossom blossoming. Well, what is a fellow supposed to think? Oh, hell's bells, what a mess.
Please, don't worry. I understand we all make mistakes. Just take me back to the garden and we'll forget the whole thing.
I can't.
You mean you won't? All right. I'll do it on my own. There's got to be a way out.
No, not that way.
What is it?
Horror, death, the path of doom. Whatever one fears most lies behind that door. And once we step through it, there's no turning back.
We step through it. First, you abduct me on account of some crazy poem, and now you threaten me.
For goodness sake, don't scream. I can't bear it.
I will scream if I darn well want to. You've got me shut up here with no way out. You ruined my one chance of happiness.
Saved you from yourself, you mean?
You are so selfish. You never think of anyone else's feelings.
Look who's talking. Did you think of Mama and Papa when you decided to elope? I think not.
I am in love.
So am I.
Ginny!
The maid turned down the coffee before dinner, as usual. Then you came in and sent her off.
Yes, ma'am, that's right. I thought Miss Virginia... Well, I wanted to make sure nothing was wrong.
Was she upset? Frightened?
No, she was happy, excited, like she was expecting something nice to happen. Oh, if only I'd known. Such a lovely young lady.
Mrs. Omni, please.
Oh, she was so kind to all of us below stairs. Even poor Tom Carter with his jumbled head.
Carter. That's an idea. Where is she?
Got to be ready. Near day. Must come back before sunrise or she'll stay with him. Oh dear. Below.
She's been kidnapped. I know it. Below? Below us here?
Only you can fetch her back.
Yes, I will. Now tell me where she is.
Listen.
Listen? Listen to what?
Listen.
Listen to my heart.
So what happened?
Well, I told him my mother didn't like rich suitors, which is true. So he said he wasn't rich, which wasn't. So then I thought he was a fortune hunter, and I pretended that I didn't love him and wouldn't see him. But when Mother said I wasn't to see him anymore on account of his fortune, because she didn't know I wasn't seeing him already, I realized that he truly did love me, so we decided to elope.
I see.
Tell me about Lady Mildred. Is this her?
The year before she died. Quite a good likeness.
She looks lovely. But kind of sad.
Artistic license. Painter fancied she was broken-hearted on his account.
Was she?
Of course not. She was just being pleasant.
Then why were you so jealous?
Oh, you've heard that, have you? Well, I was a lot younger then. Hot-blooded, passionate, swordsman, lover, courtier, Renaissance man.
So, what are you trying to say? She didn't see how wonderful you were?
She gave me every proof of devotion. But then she was nice to anyone and everyone. Little children, smelly old men, it didn't seem to matter to her. If the gardener brought her a rose, she thanked him. But not just thanked him. With her whole heart she thanked him. And then that horrid little painter, that so-called artist. It was unendurable.
So you pushed her down the stairs?
I confronted her. She laughed. I struck her. And she fell. Down the stairs.
Poor lady. And you weren't even sorry?
When she lived, I never found words for what was in my heart. I found only anger. Bitter as gall is the long aftertaste of regret.
I never knew how much I cared for Henry. Until I got mad at him.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to spoil things for you.
Oh.
You know, you remind me of Mildred. The same brave, loving spirit.
She's prettier.
Impossible. She had a lovely voice. She used to sing me to sleep in the garden, lying in her lap, the sun dancing through the green leaves. Voice of an angel. Oh, it was bliss.
Shall I sing?
That would be nice.
Tread lightly, she is near. Under the snow, speak gently, she can hear the daisies grow. All her bright golden hair, tarnished with rust, she that was young and fair, fallen to dust.
You're crying. I'm so sorry.
For us. Shall we go?
This is crazy. We've searched everywhere. She's not here.
Hush, honey, let him try.
Whatever you are, whoever you are, spirits of this place, help me now.
Virginia, my darling.
Henry.
Don't worry, my darling. My darling. I'm here now. We're trapped. Well, there must be a way out of here.
Dear friend, can you help me now? He's showing us the way. I shall treasure it always.
Okay, hold it.
Miss Virginia.
Hold it right there.
Dear ghost, you found peace at last.
I hope we shall be as happy as they.
Virginia, I must confess one thing troubles me.
What is it?
As man and wife, we should have no secrets between us.
Well, of course not, my darling.
Will you tell me what happened that night?
Well, that is one secret I must take to the grave. But I can tell you that I owe him a great deal.
Surely he owes you more.
No, I mean it, Henry. He taught me the difference between life and death.
You are life itself to me.
I meant love. Love is greater than both.